have one more poem, and if I have time, I have two. So I'm going to do this poem. I want to make sure everybody who's supposed to get up here. And thank y'all again. Okay, my mouth a little dry, so I'm going to try my best. I wish I could write about rain, about the summer sun dawning and dipping, about flowers, friends in flower fields, skipping my favorite song, to never tire from a glorious sound. I pray for a poem that sounds like what you may believe a poem should sound like, maybe like corny, like joy, perhaps nothing but joy without thinking of the lack thereof. But I seem to say rain while fearing the flood. I seem to see the sunrise and can't lose sight of our fallen sons. Children is a metaphor for flowers without the luxury of wilting in private. We seem to want an escape. While there is a fence around our grief, they'll barbed wire our climb. They'll rename our entry signs and say, see, nothing to see. We say trauma, they say that is reserved for the troops. We cry war, they laugh and point at the wars that keep us here. We ask help, they say more cops, they say tough on crime, they say diversity panel. They say protect and serve, we say we weep and ask where. We weep and think of our children's bodies between the metal detector at school. My niece's body less protected by the police than her posture. They say, yes, protect and serve. We ask at what hour? Before or after we filed the first report? Before or after the spill of bones becomes dust in your file cabinets? A collection of the ignored used only to enact more power. A collection of the ignored with no joy, no metaphor, no pretty pictures. They say they're in a hurry, we say never. You can't arrive fast enough to an event you choose to unsee. I am naming myself seen despite. I am naming myself a colorful synonym when the grief is too much. I am mighty enough to imagine the absence of pain. I am not magical ever enough to erase it on my own, to pretend pain is a spill and quick clean here is to be shoved off a boat and wait for that same boat to come save you. It's telling my auntie, whose firstborn was shot and killed in '03. It's telling me who suffered an assault at 15, 16, it's telling my brother who is learning to live 8 years after a false conviction. It is a spit in the face to all my students, my people, those of us who lie awake at night, who know violence like we know our grandparents' absence, or hands to be told the only way to release our ache is to praise further punishment, is to pressure cook, is to pay raise, and there is a metaphor for that in these poems, but the only true synonym for harsher punishment is our death. So when I dare write of flowers, I am literally skipping in my mind. I am trying not to spill from what is inside. I am trying to imagine a freedom owed to the parts of us that feel too lacerated to heal. When I dare write of flowers, I am dreaming of a replanting and uprooting of a system that pushes prosecution as protection, that builds our caskets and asks us to appreciate the design. When I dare write of our right to be a free body, unfolded out of the malfunction that boxes us in. I am exercising all of our rights to be great. I am exercising all of our rights to exist. When I dare to, when I fully write a beautiful poem one day without the makeup, it'll be because we became the poem I wanted to write. And we demanded, and we demanded, and we demanded, and we demanded, and we demand nothing except what is simply free and possible here.